Welcome back. 25% tariffs on vehicles shipped to the United States. That starts today. It might seem less groundbreaking after President Trump's announcement yesterday. He's imposing a 10% tariff on imports from all countries, plus higher rates for some countries. But the president is insisting that these tariffs will be good for our country, and plenty of people agree with him. Let's go live to Scripps News national correspondent Joe St. George in D.C. And Joe, can you break down the good for us?
Well, I'll tell you who's praising these moves. What went into effect today? Auto tariffs. So cars rolling in from Mexico or being shipped in from places in Asia are going to be subject now to a 25% tariff. Economists say that's going to be passed along to you, the consumer. Car dealerships have hinted price hikes are coming. Worth noting, the Trump administration has repeatedly pushed back on this notion that inflation is guaranteed here, although they've acknowledged that turbulence, that some brief turbulence is expected. I think we'll see that on the markets when the opening bell sounds in just a few moments. But the UAW has praised this. The United Auto Workers, they love the idea of tariffs. They think that free trade is a big reason why so many plants in places like Pueblo have closed and opened up in Mexico City. And maybe this will reverse that trend. As far as these other tariffs that the president implemented, 10% tariffs on pretty much every country effective Saturday. Mega tariffs taking effect this time next week on places like Vietnam and China and the European Union. The National Cattlemen's Association has praised this, saying that farmers, particularly beef cattlemen, have for too long faced too many trade obstacles in the global community. This, they believe, is a way of balancing things out a little bit in that. But we should be clear here, while there's some praise for these actions, there's a lot of criticism. The markets have been a big sell-off mode in Europe and Asia overnight. We're expecting, as we noted, a rocky day on Wall Street. And world leaders, from the leaders of the European Union to the Prime Minister of Japan to the Prime Minister of Australia, allies of the United States, have criticized the actions of President Trump in the last 24 hours. President Trump did just post on Truth Social about all of this, saying, and I'm quoting now, "The operation is over. The patient lived and is healing. The prognosis is the patient will be far stronger, bigger, better, and more resilient than ever before." More to come throughout the day on this front.
And Joe, President Trump has imposed a sell-by date for Saturday for the hugely popular social media app TikTok. Who's interested? What are the chances of another shutdown here?
Well, I think the chances for another shutdown are low, right? We got a pause last time. If nothing's edged out, we're expecting another pause again. The New York Times, Associated Press reporting that Amazon is in the mix of possibly getting involved here. One idea, as reported in the Washington Post, is for China's owners, ByteDance, to maintain ownership, essentially, but lease control of TikTok to a spinoff that is an American-run company. So there's a lot of options on the table. The president is said to be weighing all of them. We're certainly expecting some news out of this, either today or tomorrow. Obviously, that TikTok deadline is this weekend, and the White House knows that millions of Americans don't want to lose access to TikTok this Saturday. The president does give credit to TikTok for his victory in November, so there's a little bit of love there. He's previously said he wants to save the app from being banned in the United States.